help you. When the enemy is outside, all these speeches will help you. When the enemy is inside, even he cannot help you. So when your mind starts doubting you, and it doubts you, when you say, I will come by 7 o'clock and you're not able to come by 7 o'clock, it doubts you. When you want to wake up at a time and you cannot wake up at a time, it doubts you. And over a period of time, we build a lot of subconscious doubts, and so much subconscious doubts that we have built. Now when you want to achieve something very big in life, even if everybody around you believes you can, your own inside doubts you and asks you this question, that you can't even get up at a time at which you want to get up. You think you will be able to achieve all this, and when your mind has doubted you, there's no, even if everybody believes you, but if your own subconscious does not believe in you, you're not going anywhere in life. Even if nobody believes you, but if your subconscious is ready to believe in you, even God cannot stop you from achieving what you want to achieve in life. And you build this subconscious belief. How do I build this subconscious belief? By making a commitment and honoring a commitment. By making a promise and living by the promise, my own subconscious, anything. Have you told your child before coming to this program, child said, Appa, I will also come. You wanted to leave the child and come. You don't want the child to hear that Mahatriya called you Duryodhana of a different degree. So you left the child and came. And you told the child, when I come back, I'll get you chocolates. You are not going home without those chocolates. You made a promise, you will live up to that promise. You will live up to that promise. You told your parents tomorrow morning you're going to take them to the temple because tonight you will be practicing liquid spirituality and tomorrow solid spirituality. But somewhere, nth round, your head weight went up. But because you made a commitment to your parents, you will take them to the temple tomorrow. No matter what happens, you will take them to the temple tomorrow. You made a commitment and you will honor this commitment. If when I was telling you that the next 365 days, no matter what happens, you will obey the traffic laws, and your head has nodded, no matter what. Not for my sake. You live through that for 1 year, your subconscious belief goes up. From starting tomorrow, every day, you decide this is the time I will wake up and get up. Conquer that gap. Sleepy, sleepy, go. But get out of the bed. Get out. Draw the body. Crawl. But get out. And within a few days, you will find your own subconscious belief is making you believe in yourself. And it will be stunning to see the sort of results you will be able to produce. Small changes. That in transformation domain, there is nothing called small transformation. Every small change held long enough, it's a monumental transformation. Begin from where you can begin. Begin somewhere.
With every change that happens in your life, the essence of physical existence is change, isn't it? Isn't it so? Everything is changing. Is there anything that's not changing? Everything in the existence is changing, isn't it? The physical existence is constantly changing. The very essence of physical reality is change. Nothing is constant. Even the so-called static states are dynamic in nature. Everything is changing. So if you resist change, you're resisting life. If you want an unchanging life, there's one beautiful place where nothing changes, that's your grave. Either you must go to your grave or you must get enlightened if you don't want change. Then somewhere inside everything is same. But otherwise, as long as you're a part of the physical process of the existence, everything is change. There is nothing that is not changing. See, this moment you're inhaling, next moment you're exhaling, it's change, isn't it? If you don't want change, you stop it. So when you resist change, you must understand you're resisting the very process of life, not just your life, you're resisting the very fundamental process of life. Invariably, you will invite all kinds of suffering. If you're living and you want to be dead, you will ask for trouble, isn't it? You must be living. When you're living, you must live totally. If you want to die, you must do that efficiently. These are inefficient ways of killing yourself, really. Unhappiness and depression are inefficient ways of killing yourself, isn't it so? At least be efficient. Your body and your brain works at its best only when your stomach is empty. So we always make sure we eat in such a way, how much ever we eat, our stomach must be always empty within 2 to 2.5 hours' time maximum. So we go to bed hungry always. People think they cannot sleep. They can sleep. On an average, for 25 years on an average, I slept only 2.5 to 3 hours. These days I'm getting little lazy and sleeping anywhere between 3.5 to 4.5 hours in spite of the level of travel that I have. You are able to keep this up simply because you don't overeat. It's very, very important. Everybody eats 2 meals. I generally eat only 1 meal, 4:35 in the evening, because I don't like to sit in front of the plate and worry about how much to eat. I like to eat well. So, 4:35 in the evening, if I eat a meal, it's only next day. Any correction and purification that needs to happen in the body, your stomach needs to be empty. It's very, very important.
This distinction you must set up in your life. What is mine? What am I doing? What is the world doing to me? If you look at this, the world is hardly doing anything to you, it's not even interested in you most of the time. Most of the things are your own stuff and you think the world is doing all this to you. Yes or no? Yes. If you set up this distinction, what is my contribution to all the rubbish that I am? What is the world's contribution? You will see the world is doing precious little, believe me, very little. Rest is all yours. Now, what is yours if you take charge? 98% of your life is transformed. 2% leave it to me, I'll take care of it for you. Yes. It's very simple, but this distinction has not been drawn. People are in and out. For every small thing that happens, 1,000,000 things happen inside, isn't it? This whole chemical soup.
These two eyes can only perceive that which is physical. The third eye is an inward-focused eye. Your lustfulness, your desiring nature never ever stood outside, it only stood inside. Lust means it creates a sense of incompleteness within you and a longing for something. When we say Shiva, the word Shiva has become synonymous with the… Desire is not hanging outside. It is not because a beautiful woman or a beautiful man is sitting there, your desire comes. Because the desire, the karma is within you. So he opened his third eye and burned the karma within himself, not the one who is standing outside. Because he never ever stood outside. Please look at this and see. Your lustfulness, your desiring nature never ever stood outside, it only stood inside. So he opened his third eye, not this way, inward. Then he saw this lustfulness, which essentially means that some aspects are built into you which makes you feel incomplete. So you think you will find completion only by going towards something or somebody. Lust is not just about opposite sex. Shopping is lust. Because you have to go towards something, only then life will be complete. Every desire is lust, because without that I cannot exist. I want that, because only when I have that, this will be complete. It may be a thing, it may be a position, it may be power, it may be sexuality, it doesn't matter what it is. If you're doing one step forward, one step backward, it's very clear you are not intending to go anywhere. maybe it's good exercise, but you're not intending to go anywhere. Once you're identified with the limitations of your own body, what you refer to as extended body, extensions of your body are family, house.
It's more relaxed when I have nothing to do. It's very nice.
No thought, no emotion, simply alive. Only then you're in a state of ha-ta. That means the sun unknown within you is in balance.
Sadhana is not just closing your eyes. All of it is sadhana. Sadhana means a device. A tool or a device is a sadhana. So we're using certain activities, certain way of twisting your body, certain way of breathing, certain way of using your mind and activity and many things. All of it is sadhana. There is no seva, sadhana, this one, that one. Everything is sadhana. What seva will you do? No, I went and cleaned the temple floor. That is sadhana. It is so simple for us to buy a machine which cleans up in the morning. We don't do that because we want to give you an opportunity to do sadhana. We want human beings to have opportunity to use their body, their mind, their emotion, their intelligence in a certain way. Without doing that activity, they will never truly meditate. And many of you know this, if you sit here with me, you meditate, the moment you go out, you struggle. If you do not dismantle certain karmic structures, you will not meditate in your life. You must know that. All the walls must be beaten down. Activity is the best way to do it. So, I said of mystics and mystics. What it means is, there are only two kinds of people, mystics and mistakes. If you see things just the way they are, people will label you as a mystic. So what are they? They're a mistake. They're making mistakes about perceiving basic aspects of life, that's all. Yes? Making mistakes about perception. Why they're making mistakes about perception? Their one hand is always dipped in their memory. This is why we say karma. They are So, any activity, everything that you do, every breath, every step, every word, everything, every simple thing that you do must become sadhana. So, there is no seva, there is no sadhana, there is only sadhana.
It doesn't matter what is your level of intelligence, what is your level of capability, introvert, extrovert, this, that, doesn't matter. Do you have the courage and commitment to make the possibility into your reality? That's all the question is. There is no such thing as extrovert or introvert, do not classify people like that. Some people see that they need to act and reach out. Some people see there is not much need for that. So maybe they are not on the Twitter and Facebook and whatever, this doesn't mean they're introvert. They have a life of their own. The difference between this extrovert or introvert is, it's like mistaking your exhalation for inhalation and inhalation for exhalation. We should not judge people like this. Every human being has a right to be whichever way they want. But now the question is, if I am not extrovert, will I be able to do things in the world. That's a main aspect of the question. See, your ability to do things is not because you want to do things. I want to do something is my desire. Desire is just an intention. An intention won't make things happen. An intention will only set direction. Still you have to make the journey, isn't it? Process is an end in itself. If you are absolutely devoted to the process, something will come out. But now we are interested in the consequence, not in the process. This goal-orientedness, I want to get it.
It's a precious life. If something is precious, where do you want to invest this life? Into what do you want to invest this precious life? If this is a worthless life, throw it somewhere. If this is a precious life, what do you want to invest this life into? If you look at it this way, you will find something truly worthwhile to do. If you think in terms of how to earn a living, how to get this kind of thing, that kind of thing, then you will do something silly that you will regret for the rest of your life. Most people are a regret. That's why they're going around joylessly, because they're not doing what they want to do. They are not creating what really matters to them. They're doing something for a living. Earning a living is not a big deal for a human being. Every creature, every worm, insect, bird, animal is earning their living, isn't it so? With such a big brain, what is the big deal about earning a living? What is it that you're going to create? This precious life, where are you going to invest it? Are you going to invest it in something that's truly worthwhile, or are you going to throw it away as a worthless thing? This is the important thing, because what you call as my life is just a certain amount of time and energy, isn't it? As you sit here, your life is ticking away or no? You're young, you may not be thinking like this, but actually it's ticking away. What is ticking away is not time, what is ticking away is your life. So this energy that you call as my life, how are you going to invest it? Because if
Now, whatever I say, don't believe this. But don't be a fool and disbelieve this. I'm saying something which is totally absurd for a thinking mind. But if you just keep this much openness, let me see. Okay, such absurd things are being said with such authority, let me see. If you keep that much open, then the possibility of knowing it is not too far. Now, is there rebirth? Is there anything like that? So for me personally, the last 3 lifetimes, the places, the people, the incidents, the work, it is all in the same place. Still there are many people around me whom I know from somewhere else. Many times it's all so mixed up, sometimes I even call them by their old names, because it's such a continuity. Now, this sounds absolutely absurd. At least do you see, I have enough logic and sense not to make a fool of myself in front of you. Yes? You can see that much? So, but still I am saying such absurd things, because life goes far beyond your present levels of thinking and logic. Beings who are beyond this body, a disembodied being, is very much a reality. For me, it's a living reality on a daily basis. As you are here, bodied beings, disembodied beings are also here in so many ways. It is just that it takes a different level of perception to see it and to know it. And it's open to everybody if they're willing to be sensitive enough. But don't believe these things, because whatever somebody else says, it is just that there is no such thing as death.
It's only body that moves.
It is only the ignorant who dies. One who is aware doesn't die.
That physical body is not there, no?
Physical body is just a loan that you have taken from this earth, isn't it? Though it doesn't charge interest like you.
No, we charge lower interest nowadays.
When you have to give it back, you have to give it back by the atom. You can't keep one atom with you. Whatever you have taken from this earth, you have to throw it back. Once your term for the loan is over, you must pay back. Nobody has managed to leave bad debts. Because planet Earth is very…
If I look at something, if I look at a person, I know their past, present and future. That is the level of attention I'm paying to them. I don't look at like this. When I look at it completely, with all that I have. If you pay enough attention, there is nothing that will not yield. So I never had any reason or need to go looking for scriptures or… Isn't it? What is it that really matters to you? If you really look at it, you will see the only thing that really matters to you is you want to experience this life as profoundly as possible. Somebody thinks money will do it, somebody thinks education will do it, somebody thinks sex will do it, somebody thinks love will do it, somebody thinks something else will do it. But whether a man is going to the temple or to the bar, all he is looking for is a larger slice of life. Yes or no? Yes or no? If you…
Welcome to Sync Mind. Please use headphones and listen carefully.
When you talk about self-development, we are not talking about self-development here. Self cannot be developed. What you're referring to as self cannot be developed. It is not something that you can develop or you can put it down or anything. You have lost contact with it. Everything that you do should be towards enhancing your own nature. Now, you're doing family, you're doing work, all these things you're doing, everything can be used as a spiritual process. It is not that in 24 hours' time, this many hours spirituality, this many hours materialism, this many hours family, not like that. Every step, every breath, every moment of your existence can be used for your development of who you are. So, this is full time. And in that, what activity you wish to do, you do whatever you want. What is the problem? Because what we are talking about is of inner nature. What the other things you're talking about, external, isn't it? So whatever you're doing, you're using everything as a process of growth. Everything. So, this does not mean doing yoga, does not mean morning yoga, evening yoga, rest of the time you do stupid things, no. It's 24 hours yoga, only yoga, nothing else but yoga. Whatever you do, you make it into your yoga. Every single act in your life, you make it into your process of growth. Only then it'll work. Part-time spirituality doesn't work. Now, will this take me away from this or that? Why we are trying to learn is
Because we know, however we have been doing our activity till now, we could do it better. So the word insight itself means just this, that you see better. Because once you are placed in a position of leadership, you are expected to see better. Because leadership means, in some way, either you climb onto your perch or somebody placed you there. We don't know how you got there. One way or the other, you got onto a higher perch. Once you're on a higher perch, you are expected to see better. If you sit on a higher perch and don't see any better than people around you, you will become an object of ridicule. Insight is not a concretized amount of knowledge. Insight is a certain level of perception that whatever happens, you're able to see something better than other people around you. Insight does not mean I have some knowledge about something which others do not have right now. They may not have it right now, tomorrow they may have it and they may have something better than you. But the important thing is to sharpen our faculties in such a way that we are always able to see better. We are always able to see what is there. If all the other things around you become more, your money became more, your wealth became more, your power became more, even your knowledge became more, but you did not become more, then you will see a vacuum in your life which you will suffer immensely. So before other things rise, this one must rise in some way. A whole lot of people don't become better with wealth. A whole lot of people don't become better with power. A whole lot of people don't become better with knowledge. They become worse than what they were simply because they did not stay ahead. Everything smacks of extraordinary intelligence, isn't it so? Yes or no? If there was no intelligence in the air, if there was no intelligence in the soil, if there was no intelligence in the space, you think all this would happen? The question is only, do you have access or no? So we would like to see that. What is my body is not me. What I think is my mind is not me. It is mine right now for use, but it's not really me. Just, if you're not able to do it, just link it to your breath. Inhalation, I'm not the body. Exhalation, I'm not even the mind. Just lie down for 12 minutes and do it, till the last moment, till you fall asleep. This is something you must notice. Most human beings, when I say most, I'm very generous with the percentage, 99%. 99% of the human beings never notice that moment when they're slipping from wakefulness to sleep. They will simply go off like that. If they're alert, they cannot sleep. But there is a way to sleep in an alert manner. If you sleep like that, one thing that'll happen to you is, your sleep quota, if you're sleeping for 8 hours, it'll simply drop to 3 to 4 hours just straight away. Now that moment when you're passing from wakefulness to sleep, if you can still be conscious that I'm not the body and I'm not the mind, believe me, something remarkable will happen. Why does one person need, well, by prescription these days, 8 hours? And why another person can do with half of that? See, one thing is, as we already went through, the very physical body that you carry is just the food that you've eaten, isn't it?
But if you eat right and do a certain things with your body, you see very effortlessly, within 3 to 4 weeks, you can drop your sleep quota anywhere between 2 to 3 hours. 1.5 to 3 hours very easily you can drop if you just eat consciously and just learn to sit properly, just the posture, your geometry of the body and what goes into the system. If you just manage these two things, you will see sleep quota will just come down like that. At least 40 to 50%, the food that you eat must be alive. You eat dead food and you want to live, this is a little difficult thing to do, because you have to raise the dead now. But if you eat live food, one thing you will see is the state of your mind, your focus and your sleep quotas. And above all, staying awake is not good enough, you have to stay alert, isn't it? How alert you are, how focused you are, only to that extent everything yields to you in this world, isn't it so? If you eat a leaf, a vegetable…
You must be awake. Your body should sleep, your mind should sleep, everything should sleep, but you must be awake.
When you fast asleep, you are in perfect tune with the existence, one with the existence, isn't it? Nature has given you this. If you've forgotten, every day when you go to sleep, it makes you one with the existence. In the same sense of unity, if you can wake up and walk around, you made it, isn't it? Every day, you have free enlightenment when you go to sleep. But the problem is you're unconscious. So the sadhana essentially is just this, that from wakefulness when you go to sleep, a certain part of you goes to sleep, a certain part of you, if it still stays awake, then you made it. Otherwise, when you wake up, a certain part of you still continues to sleep, then you made it.
If you're awake and fast asleep at the same time, you're asleep and awake at the same time, this is called Turiya. If you are in a state of Turiya, we say you are a Mrityunjay, that means you're deathless. Because if you can be awake in your sleep, you will also be awake when you have to shed the body. So there is no question of death for such a person. Because life and death…
See, this is an opportunity for you. The best preparation for death is make an attempt to try to fall asleep consciously. Instead of drifting away, if you shift from wakefulness to sleep consciously, death will become a play. So, the moment of sleep is a tremendous opportunity. If you sleep in a certain way, tomorrow morning when you wake up, you can be significantly one notch up. Every day you have this opportunity to practice death. If you can manage that moment, like, you can do this consciously, right? Just like that, from wakefulness to sleep. If you can do it that way, that's it, you're Mrityunjay, because there's no death for you.
So body has this kind of power over you. If you don't take good care of it, it can pull you down and make you into just a biological entity, nothing more. It will reduce you into just a mass of flesh. Only if you're feeling very comfortable in your body, you will have aspirations to seek something higher. If you're not comfortable in the body will just pull you down and make you into just a piece of flesh. Body has this power over you, so you must take care of it well. Taking care of it well does not necessarily mean you have to be a great athlete or something. If you sit here, the body should be 100% comfortable. It should be a pleasure to exist in this body. If it's hurting all over, you want to leave, isn't it? Yes. All the time if it's hurting, what is the point living? This question will come, isn't it? So how you keep the body is extremely important. And because body is just an accumulation of food, what type of food you eat has a very deep impact on what type of body you construct. The building blocks for this body is food that you eat. So what type of food are you eating? Not just in terms of protein, vitamin, mineral like this. The very nature of the food that you're eating has an impact on the system as to
तुम्हाला या प्रपंचामध्ये संतुलितच जगायचं आहे. परमार्थ पण तुमचं करण्याची इच्छा आहे आणि प्रपंचही तुम्हाला झाला पाहिजे अशी तुमची इच्छा आहे. तर हा प्रपंच आणि परमार्थ याच्यामध्ये जर समन्वय साधायचा असेल, मुलांना योग्य प्रकारचा रोल म्हणजे मुलांना वेळ दिला पाहिजे, पत्नीला वेळ दिला पाहिजे, कुटुंबाला वेळ दिला पाहिजे, वेगळ्या प्रकारचे रोल करता आले पाहिजेत. थोडक्यात तुम्हाला वेगवेगळ्या भूमिका प्रपंचातल्या आणि परमार्थातल्या करता आल्या पाहिजेत. त्यासाठी मगाशी महाराजांनी सांगितलं की तुम्हाला संतुलित जगायचं आहे. तुम्हाला तुमचं संतुलन जे आहे ते बिघडतं का म्हणे. मग ते कसं जगायचं? तर जगायचं जर असेल, संतुलित जगायचं असेल तर हे नामस्मरण तुम्हाला संतुलित जगायला शिकवणार. सुखदुःख जीवनामध्ये येणारच, कारण जीवनामधली 85% सुखदुःख ही स्वतः तयार करतो आपण. जीवन जगत असताना 85% सुखदुःख आपण स्वतः तयार केलेले आहेत आणि 15% सुखदुःख ही मागच्या जन्मातून घेऊन आलेलो. असं मिळून 100%चा जो गेन तयार झालेला आहे, 100%चा जो खेळ तयार झालेला आहे ते आपणच केलेलं आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये देव काहीच करत नाही. देव एवढंच बघतो की कर्म केलेलं आहेस, त्या कर्माप्रमाणे तुला फळ मिळतंय की नाही. पण ते कर्म पुसण्याचा अधिकार गुरु नाही. गुरुनी सांगितलेल्या मार्गाने जर गेलात तर या कर्मांवर सुद्धा मात करता येते. पण गुरूंवर दृढ विश्वास पाहिजे, गुरूंवर प्रचंड श्रद्धा असली पाहिजे. गुरु वाक्य मंत्र मूलम, एवढा दृढ विश्वास ज्यावेळी आपल्या अंतःकरणामध्ये निर्माण होतो त्यावेळेला आपल्याला संतुलित जीवन जगता येतं. मनाचं आपण गुलाम जे झालेलो आहोत ते मनाला आपण गुलाम बनवलं पाहिजे. आता प्रश्न निर्माण झाला आहे, आपण म्हणजे कुणी बनवायचं? गुलाम बनवायचं म्हणजे
योगेश्वराय महादेवाय त्रयंबकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय महादेवाय नमः महादेवाय नमः महादेवाय नमः
योगेश्वराय महादेवाय त्रयंबकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जय